Hi guys, I just got done watching The House on Sorority Row, released by Scorpion Releasing, and it's got a hell of a lot of extras on it. It's got first disc has two audio commentaries, a TV spots, theatrical trailers, storyboard comparison, on-camera interview co-star Harley Jane Kozak, and then you've got disc two, which is a standard definition of DVD disc, which has a lot of interviews with practically everybody else involved. So this was the first time I watched this. I have seen the remake, which is Sorority Row, which I really like the remake, even though the remake is actually quite bad. I do like it a lot, mate, because I like that cheesy badness. Um, well, let's get on with the review. So basically, the film starts in black and white on June 19th, 1961, and the screen's black and white. And basically, the doctor, I'm guessing, was cold, and he's going to give birth to this baby of this woman called something Slater, Dorothy Slater, her name is, and basically tells her the baby didn't make it, and then it flashes to modern day, like 20 odd years later, and you see the sorority girls of the sorority house basically celebrate that they're going to graduate, and what happens is they end up deciding they're going to have a party. So then you go to, then it shows you a hospital and Mrs. Slater coming out of it, and the doctor saying you need to be careful because, you could be unstable basically, and you need to be constantly checked on. And he gives her this thing in case of emergency to call. So she turns up at the sorry house, and it's going to be empty because of June 19th, and it happens every year. But the girls there decide this time that they're not going to do that. They're going to have a party there, and they're going to have fun there. So Vicky and Katie, the two main girls, basically, because the others, I've got no idea what their names were. I know they all had names, but they weren't that important, if you get what I'm saying. Katie was like the good one, and Vicky was kind of like the bitchy one. So basically, she comes home, she has to go at them, and basically Vicky decides she wants to play a prank on her, basically get revenge, basically. So she steals her cane and puts it on a tile in the dirty pool they've got outside, and tells Miss. And then when Mrs. Slater comes down, she forces her to go in it, basically, and then she pretends to shoot her, and nothing happens. And they laugh about it, and Mrs. Slater goes up to basically hit her and gets shot anyway. But before that, I forgot to say that Vicky and her boyfriend go shooting with his gun, practicing, and Vicky's really good at it. So I should have said that really first. But so Chasey sees Mrs. Slater, and they end up wrapping her up and throwing her in the water because the pool soda you can't see unless the lights are on. So basically, they end up having the party and all this, and everything's good, and all of a sudden people start disappearing, and things start happening, and they think that Mrs. Slater was returned. Has she? Hmm. And then there's the story. Then they go up into the attic or loft or whatever it's meant to be, and there's kids' toys up there, and there's a card saying "Happy Birthday, Eric." And to be honest with you, I found it quite predictable, the ending, because of when you watch a lot of horror films, you can find the ending quite predictable. So basically, my only complaints really about the film is that one, I didn't think the bitchy one, Vicky, got it like she should have done. I'd have enjoyed it if they'd have had it a bit like the Wendy scene in Prom Night, where it lasts a while because she's so bitchy and so horrible. You expect her to kind of get it harsh. She did get quite bad, and I was cheering when she died. It was obvious from the beginning that Katie was going to be the survivor because she was the only one who really felt bad about what happened to Mrs. Slater, and basically was wanting to call the police, wanting to call an ambulance, and so forth. The doctor was quite eerie, and I don't want to say much about him because it kind of gives it away. It's very eerie and it's very disturbed, and it kind of makes you wonder. And things change around the end of the film. You get all this stuff come out that was different to the beginning, you know. And basically, I found the film to be quite enthralling. I really enjoyed it. I found it thrilling. I found it exciting. The deaths could have been slightly better, but there is some really good ones, like the shadow kill, where the killer grabs hold of the person, you see him kill him in the shadow. That's really good. And it was one of those films that didn't need gore or that much blood to be good. It was really good and really well done. For a film on a really low budget, I mean, I'd heard things about where people were saying, oh, it wasn't as good as it could have been, it wasn't that great, it wasn't that fun, or, yeah, you know, and all that. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great film. I could easily watch it again. And there ain't many movies where I can say that. Um, so, yeah, I highly recommend watching it. If you haven't, I highly do because it's a really good transfer as well. There's some artifactual bits and those black circles, which I think are called cigarette burns. But other than that, it's a really good transfer. I did think at one point, but it was other people doing the killing, and a lot of the things I thought were quite wrong. Um, but I did find the ending quite predictable, and I did find it exciting. I was sitting on the edge of my seat waiting to see what happens. It was just great. The color, the lighting, and the whole thing was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to think what else I can say about it other than that. Go out and watch it. Um, it was easily worth the $20 I paid for it. The treble disc, I've got to be honest, I'm a bit disappointed that this too is just a DVD and not a Blu-ray. I would have liked a Blu-ray, but it wasn't. So that's all right. But it says here, nothing can compare you for what happens when she fights back. I'm guessing that means Katie. But yeah, the film is good, and and the Blu-ray is regional, and the film was made in 1982. So it's an excellent film. Highly recommend it. Definitely go out there and buy it or download it. Somehow watch the movie because it's a really good movie. I'm looking forward to watching the remake again so I can do a review of the remake. I just think the ending of this is fantastic. Highly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole film. It was one of those films that felt like it was only 20 minutes long. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed the movie. If you give it a chance, definitely give it a chance. Okay, bye guys.